Hey everybody, Brandon Mason here with Eastmans, and today in this review we're looking at the new Stone Glacier 32-degree Chilkoot top quilt. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on that notifications bell so we can notify you as soon as we come out with more helpful gear reviews just like this. All right, today we are here looking at a new product from Stone Glacier. Now Stone Glacier has been well known in the hunting industry for a few years for their sleeping bags or growing clothing line, and also their sleep systems. As you can see in the background here and to my right, your left, we have one of their tents. We have one of their down sleeping bags that have become popular. But what I'm really excited about today is their new top quilt. Over the years, I've become more of a top quilt user because of how universal they are from a glassing standpoint in early morning hours, late evening hours. A lot of times those thermals kick up, the wind's cold. You cover up with one of these, they're lightweight, and it ups your R value of your entire clothing system. And then this particular top quilt only weighs 1 pound, 6.6 ounces. So it weighs next to nothing. It stuffs down into the size of a mini football basically, and you can stuff that in your pack, carried around with you. You take it back to camp, you have essentially your sleeping bag. Now what a top quilt is, how it differs from a sleeping bag, is when you lay in a sleeping bag, on the underside of your body, whatever you're laying on, essentially the insulation becomes not completely worthless, but kind of worthless. So you're packing around twice the amount of weight, or at least another 25% amount of the weight than you would need to if you are using a top quilt. And so as you'll see, the top quilt, this is the top side of the top quilt, and this is the underside. So it's basically a sleeping bag with no bottom. And what these new articulated top quilts that companies are coming out with, just like Stone Glacier has done, is it has an articulated foot box that's very generously sized, so you can actually put your shoes or boots inside while you have them on for glassing purposes when the temperatures drop. Or even some guys want to really go lean and mean, light and fast. They don't take their boots off even at night when they sleep. You can actually get away with that with this. Now you'll notice on the bottom of this top quilt that there are 4 different straps. What these are for, in comparison to some of the other top quilts I've used, this one actually hooks around your sleeping pad to keep your sleep system, your insulation, where it needs to be. And so one of the frustrations that some people have with top quilts is that unlike a sleeping bag, it's not wrapped around your body, so it doesn't stay put. It doesn't stay in place when you're tossing and turning at night. Well, this system solves that problem. So this 32-degree top quilt from Stone Glacier, like I said, weighs only 1 pound, 6.6 ounces. And with the included stuff sack, it jumps it up to only 1 pound, 6.8 ounces, according to my personal scale. Now, some of the other unique features of this, besides the hydrophobic down that is put in the insulation, is there is a collar that is magnetic and snap closure. If you want to get really secure, if you're sleeping in temperatures that are maybe cooler than you expected in the early and mid-season, this collar just goes right around you and is magnetic, and it stays put. And so when you are sitting there glassing or when you're sleeping, it completely covers the sides of your body and your neck, just like a top-end sleeping bag would. And easy to pop off. You don't feel like you're trapped in it. It's super user-friendly. And so like I said, this is rated for 32 degrees. Now the temperature ratings are, just kind of a guiding line. For some people, they're pretty true to the temperature rating. Others are not even close. But the point is, if you use a top quilt for not only your sleep system, but also for some of your glassing system, when the evening and morning hours are cool, you can get away with bringing a little bit less clothing. And if you're comfortable enough sleeping with your clothing on, you can get away with a little bit less insulation piece. So you don't need to go down to a 0-degree sleeping bag, and you can save a ton of weight. And as the mantra is in backpack hunting, ounces equal pounds, pounds equal pain. And so I am a major ounce counter. The more that I can cut ounces from my gear system, even just silly things like cutting the handle off your toothbrush, I will do it because I want to be as light and fast as possible. be a true minimalist as much as you can. It'll help you stay up on the mountain longer because you're not as physically exhausted. You can get into places that are a little bit deeper than you would have if you had all that weight with you, especially if you're not using pack animals. Some of the other technology that exists in the makings of this top quilt, it's the same Pertex, super tough, super lightweight, weather resistant, wind and water resistant fabric that Stone Glacier uses in their sleeping bag system and also in some of their puffy layers in their clothing system, their parkas and their vests and their pants. And so it's durable, it's extremely lightweight, and when you put this stuff on, it's like you literally put on a heater. It's instant warmth. It keeps you warm for hours up on the mountain. So there you have it, the newest offering from Stone Glacier, the mountain company out of Bozeman, Montana. And if you want more information, check them out on their website. They are coming out with more and more gear all of the time to lighten up the backcountry hunters system.